What's going on, guys? National Master James Canty III here, and today we're fighting the Caro Kann. I actually use a new system now. I've been playing a lot of different things for the Caro Kann. It is a solid opening to face, just like the French. Now we're facing something different against the Caro Kann. Let's get right into it, guys. This is how you fight against the Caro Kann now, and this is the way that I'm using because it's tactical and it fits my style. So if you are an attacking player, you like tactics, you definitely want to start looking at this. E4, C6, D4, D5, regular Caro Kann. For the longest time, for the last like 6 years, I was playing the exchange variation just because Roman Djihashvili recommended it. And actually, Roman Djihashvili is one of my favorite grandmasters ever. So with that being said, E takes D5 is what I would play for a long time. I was even experimenting with the Panov Botvinnik after capturing and then taking this way and playing C4, which is it works, and I have a book on it, but I just didn't like the positions I was getting. I even tried, sometimes I'll do this too out of the opening, which is C4, and this C4 thing here is more like it's even called the accelerated Panov, but I didn't even know that. But I usually get like a C3 Sicilian position sometimes when they do this, especially if they take, then we have a C3 Sicilian position. When they go knight f6, I don't get the same ones, so it's a little bit different. So I actually just been doing some research and I found the fantasy variation, which is F3. Now this F3, I actually looked at some GM games. I looked at Chessbase, I looked at YouTube, I looked at Chess Game, I looked at everything just to see what's on here and actually hit it with the engine a little bit just to see what's some of the best lines here. So F3, what's the idea with this F3 move? Well, we're just going to have a solid center. If you're a C3 Sicilian player, C3 Sicilian for the kill, of course. We do have the course right under the video for you to grab. But it's kind of like that. And it reminded me of that because I play C3. So I was like, this kind of reminds me of the C3 Sicilian in a way. I'm just playing F3. And I'm going to have a big center and play around my big center. So let's see what happens. He plays E6 here. But one of the main moves is actually captures. Captures, and E5. Then after E5, you play knight F3. And after pawn takes, I played a Scotch Gambit as well. So now I have more of like a Scotch Gambit feel to it with an F file already open. I thought this was extremely aggressive, and I saw a lot of games where white was just crushing and black had, like, there's a lot of chances for activity and attacking chances. This is what I want in a Caro Kann. Not all the slow stuff, not all the positional stuff. This is what I want. So with that being said, I've been playing this, and I tried this today. I just beat, as you see, he was 2480. He's 2473 now. But he was very strong, and he actually didn't go for this line. He actually played E6 out of the opening, which is kind of weird. But here, I actually thought for a minute, and I actually played a move that is okay. It's literally okay, and I like this move because I just like having a big center and playing around it. And knight C3 I knew was the right move. I knew knight C3 was the correct move. If I try knight D2, I just don't like how this looks because now this is not the big center that I wanted. This is kind of weird. I don't really like this. And if I take with the pawn, then D4 hangs. So I didn't want that. So, but not that I don't like it, but knight to C3, bishop B4. I mean, he just gets an automatic move. I think the engine says queen D3 is the best move here. Let's see what they say. Queen D3 is one of the moves, so not the best, but knight E2 is the best. But then I have to play really slow here. And I'm not into that. I'm more into like just playing humans and making sure that, not making sure, but like I know they're going to make mistakes. And I would rather play something more my style. So I played C3 here actually, which is actually, the engine actually likes it. But after C3, I was scared of this. Not scared, but I saw pawn takes. And if you take with the pawn, which as you see, it's not crushing, but you are in trouble. I mean, you just don't want to do this. Like nobody wants to really go for this. Check, king E2, queen takes. And maybe bishop E3, it says king F2 actually. And then yeah. So this is playable. Weird enough, guys. This is very playable. But actually, knight D2 is the move here. And after knight to D2, pawn takes, and then knight GX F3. And now we can play bishop D3 and castles and just try to attack as much. We are down a pawn, but his position's kind of weird and his bishop's gross. So we have play around that. I actually never have experience in this position yet, so I can't wait to see how that works later on, playing stronger players. But after knight D2, let's see what happens on knight F6, because queen H4 is still a thing. Oh, you just take with the pawn, yeah. And if knight takes, guys, just so you know, check. This never works because knight to G3. Game over. Start a new one. Now, back to it, though. So actually after C3, knight F6, I played knight D2. He plays bishop E7. And actually, I was supposed to play E5. Even instead of knight D2, I was supposed to play E5 here, according to the engine, which makes sense. Now it's just like a better French in a way. Knight D2, bishop E7, I play bishop D3. He captures, I capture back, and I feel great here. I mean, E5, which is a strong move. Can't take for obvious reasons because the bishop's hanging. But knight G to F3, I really like this move. And then after bishop g4, I just get out the way. So now I have the open f file already to work with. Once I move my queen to b3, maybe back to c2, e5 is going to be a little loose. And then when that happens, I can push e5. If he castles, I'm going to attack him. It's going to get crazy here. So after castles, he played knight b to d. Knight b to d, I played queen b3 because I'm also eyeing stuff like knight g5, maybe even pawn takes e5. You know, just I'm eyeing the square. I'm eyeing the square as much as I can, and I'm also eyeing this pawn. Then he played bishop takes first, which was definitely not a blunder, but it just didn't feel right. Engine actually likes it too, though. Bishop takes f3, but I didn't like this move for him, and that was cool with me. You know, I'll take it all day, every day. Bishop takes, knight takes f3, then he takes on d4. So yeah, we have a big center, but these are not strong center pawns. These aren't super strong because they're kind of weak. Like, they don't defend each other and nothing defends them but pieces. So I have to be careful on how I react in the center here. But I do know e5 is about to happen. I'm about to blow open everything. He plays queen to b6, try to get some trades off. And Engine likes queen a4 and queen c4. They don't even like queen c2. That's what I play. I play queen c2. And it's equal here after knight e5. Boy, what? Ooh, that's nasty. I didn't see that one. Queen to c4, though. I like queen c4. Queen a4, I just don't like too much. Queen c4, I still have the option to come here, and it just looks a little better. I think it holds better on queen c4. It's actually +2 now. Yeah, so queen c4 is the improvement, guys. So that's what we're gonna do next time. That's good to know. Okay, so instead of queen to c4, I went queen c2. He went rook d8. I played e5. Immediately, I'm feeling great here. Oh, he could just take it. Wow, didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, so I should have played king h1, as the engine likes to, 1.7. After king h1, I was just teaching a student this yesterday about prophylactic moves. King h1, moving out of the way, and then play e5. Yep, just a little bit of patience goes a long way in chess here. Should have been a little bit more patient there and just play king h1. But e5 is what I chose here. He didn't see it either. He actually just played knight to d5. And here I played this nice move, e6, guys. I played e6 immediately. So now I wanted to see what happens on pawn takes. Isn't he just in trouble? Yeah, I was going to play bishop g6. And after bishop g6, if pawn takes, queen takes, king f8, and then mate, right? Mate's coming. Well, if he goes king g8, queen e6. So knight g5. Wow, I would have went here too. For some reason, I wanted to go here. Knight g5 is mate, though, because now it takes away the h7 square because he was able to run. But he has to block the check. This is check. He got to block it. I don't care how you block it, mate's on f7. Or he doesn't have to block it. He can go king g8. But blocking it is queen f7 mate. So I saw this coming. I saw this incoming when I played e6. He played knight f6, capture, capture. And here I was a little bit stuck, trying to figure out where to move my pieces and what to do here. Trying to figure out what to do. So I knew knight b4 was coming, but then I was like, well, I could check. So, but I actually didn't like his knight b4 move, so I should have played bishop b2 anyway. I actually ended up playing it right after. I played a3 first, just to stop knight to b4. He played bishop d6, and I should have played bishop g5. Oh, okay, perfect. I was about to say, I don't like bishop g5. I wanted to keep this for my knight. Knight to g5 was the best move, followed by knight e6. I actually just played bishop d2. Reason for that is I'm just going to finish development, okay? I know that I have a good position here. If he ever moves this rook, then I can take on h7. So what did he do? He moved the other rook, rook d to e8. Actually, you know, trying to do something on the file here. And then I found the time now, and actually I played the #1 engine move here. I played king h1 because I was like, okay, it's that time, because when I move this knight, this pawn's going to be hanging with check, and I just don't want him to take it with check. So he played bishop b8. He backed it up. I immediately knew what he was doing because I do this. I'm a fan of this, especially in c3, c6 for the kills or the Frenches. I like to play this a lot and, like, you know, beam on the other side of the board with queen c7 coming. So I play knight g5 check, king g8, and then I move the rook over here to e1. What's the best move? They like rook takes f6. That's nasty. What? That is sweet, bro. I gotta see this. What about knight takes? Check, king f8. Ooh, yikes. Oh my goodness. Get this off the screen. This is a family channel. Let's not do that. So how about pawn takes f6? Bishop takes king f8. Bishop b4 check? Really? Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. After takes, queen g6. Boy, hitting mate. So what about takes? Rook f1, right? Oh, queen f6 is mate. Boy, woo, fantasy variation. Woo, boy, play f3. Out the opening, boy, that's fire. That's fire right there. So knight to g5. I play rook e1, snaps, and I play g3 because he's hitting mate, guys. He's hitting mate. And my idea here, guys, I'm threatening this. So let's just make a random move here. I wanted to do this. And of course, if knight takes, is mate on the back rank, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool move. But he could take with the rook, which is kind of annoying for me. Oh, I could play rook e8, though. Wow, let me see that. Rook e8 takes. Oh, and then knight e6. Oh, but queen f5 is better. Really? And then blocking and then knight e6. Yeah, so knight e6 was nice. So I could have played that anyway. He didn't play that. He actually played h5 instead. I played bishop g6 immediately. Bishop g6, because I already saw this in my mind. If I get queen a5, queen f5, and queen e6 in, it's gonna be nasty for him. So he played rook h6. I played queen f5. He plays h4, and then here you go, guys. Queen e6, king f8. Can you find the move here that I played next? White to move, guys. What do you do here in this position? King f8. Here we go. Are you ready? 5-4, 3-2, Jedi 1. Queen check. Wow, look at that nasty mate here. Knight takes and then rook takes. Mate! This is how I want to play the Caro Kann. This is how I want to play against the Caro Kann. This way, not any way else. So this is one of my, honestly, first games playing with this fantasy variation, and it was fun to play. It was fun. I didn't feel like, man, he got this. He's positionally strong. Nope, none of that. Straight tactics out the gate. And actually, doing some research, I learned that top players and strong players and super GMs actually do prefer, you know, playing in this type of fashion with the fantasy variation. It gained a lot of popularity recently, guys. So I want to show you this, so it's something that you guys can use here. I'm gonna put this in the Caro Kann playlist. Of course, you can check out the other videos with the exchange Caro Kann. But here, guys, this is the new way we're going to be playing against the Caro Kann here with the F3 variation, which is called the fantasy variation, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate you. Like, subscribe, put the comments under this video, share the video. Let me know what you think about the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.